Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Today's going to be another day where I'm going to look at my opponent, so analysing my opponent. I'm now into round 2 of World Series 2020. I'm now against the guy called Leader. So I've been already through the Gen Tool data exactly like I did in the previous video, and I've downloaded a load of his replays. I've not downloaded every single one because he played a mixture of both on online and on Game Ranger. And the Gen Tool website's really slow. I mean, you can put in as much or as little effort as you want. I kind of put in about a medium effort. I downloaded as many replays as I could easily find without going back for 2 weeks. So I've downloaded probably a week's worth of replays. Give and take, I've probably missed a couple. Maybe I've duplicated a couple as well. So, yeah, the thing I noticed, he plays under a couple of different names. So he plays under the name RVP. Also, I think, anyway, from the Gen Tool ID thing. And then also Apex Leader, just the original Leader. I think that's actually his games against Gorilla. Those two actually look like lag tests. That's one thing I'm worried about going into these games. By the way, my games are in 1 hour and a half, so I'm actually revising for this a little bit late. As I was about to come upstairs an hour ago, my dad did a video call, so I'm actually a little bit behind. So I've got an hour and a half both to warm up and check all of these replays, which is probably not that great preparation. That said, I did download all these replays last night, so the work is pretty much done. I just need to watch them. So we're going to jump into the first replay. I did just jump into this one a second ago, so I already know this is a nuke mirror. And to be honest, I don't really need to watch that much of it. In a nuke mirror, you kind of just want... Oh, no, he's not a nuke mirror. He's got his China versus... Inf versus nuke. I didn't realize that. Either way, still interesting, though. He's going to go for MiGs here, and then he does a bunker on this right-hand side. I think I noticed about that bunker. It's a pretty badly placed bunker, because I'm pretty sure you could probably squeeze a flamer, maybe even an outpost at a push down there. So it's not that great of a bunker placement. This is a really hard matchup, and interestingly, yeah, he has gone MiGs. So what am I thinking? How does this benefit me if I go up against Leader? Leader is RVP, which is blue, by the way, just in case I didn't cover that. But how does this benefit me? This benefits me by telling me if he's going MiGs, I'll just do 2 War Factories in this matchup. Nothing can outmatch 2 War Factories when you go in Nuke MiGs. Nuke MiGs are expensive. They take ages to reload. So yeah, pretty much all I want to know is what the build order he's going to go for. Let's just see how good his targeting and stuff like that is. So he does hit 1 outpost there. Don't know if, yeah, that did have some guys inside of it. He's only made 2 though. The interesting thing about that is I think it takes 3 MiGs, and he's not done a War Factory either. He's actually gone for the oils. I think a stronger build order there. Actually, I don't know. That's actually that build order is going to pay off for him pretty nice. But I think maybe a more solid build order, because if a Helix came across the map, he'd be dead with just them 2 MiGs. But if you do a War Factory and an airfield, I think that's a much safer build order against the Helix. Unless you're going to have 3 MiGs out, I'm pretty sure it's 3 MiGs to kill a Helix. So yeah, you see how he's picking off the occasional unit and then having to go back to reload. Whereas if you're on 2 War Factories, that would also overwhelm him. So I'm not interested in watching the rest of that. That's all I pretty much need to know. Going to jump straight into the second replay. Again, I noticed a similar thing with HSN. I don't see any pros here. He's playing mostly unknown players. This Moliere guy, I do know who that is, pretty good. But there's no pros here. There's no Logicas, there's no XCals, there's no Googles, there's no Freestyler, there's no Fargo, anything like that. So lack of good competition, I think, can lure you into a false sense of you might be winning all of them games. You might be winning 90 or 95% of them games and think you're really good, but then you go against the pros, like the people that I just mentioned, and suddenly it becomes a lot harder. So this time, yeah, we got, what was the matchup? Laser against Stealth. Okay, it's pretty much a given what he's going to do here. He's going for a dozer drop, so you can expect that. So dozer was taken out pretty easy. Didn't really do anything. The thing you could do there is, if he is going to dozer drop on your Stealth, as long as you do your barracks away from where you think the drone's going to be, let's say you did it back here, you could do a hijacker and hijack the dozer, and it's pretty much GG. If you get the hijacker, it's game over. This Chromo guy actually looks like he's putting on the pressure pretty well. A quad in the supply line pretty quick. But there's no aggression on the other side. You want to simultaneously attack. But again, that's not what we're looking at. That's nice. Did he pick off a V? I don't think he picked off the V, actually. Yeah, so Leader, aka RVP, beat Gorilla in round 1. I only watched like the first 2 replays. I mean, someone else streamed it, and I just quickly flicked through it. I saw the ping was like 40 or 41 or something like that, and that's way too slow to be playing tournament games in. So I'm hoping when the time comes, it doesn't actually lag. I'm hoping it was maybe Gorilla who lagged those games and not Leader, but we'll see. So he's dropping down 5 bases. He's pushing out with V's slow tow missile upgrade, which means he's getting the upgrade now. And 5 base is a little bit off. Generally, you want to do it here because if these technicals go here, could base trade. But I mean, he's closed down the war factory. The higher level you go, you tend to see as soon as you've got enough Vs, like 3 or 4 Vs, they will push out. With some. Whoa, did he quit? I don't know what the hell happened there. With like the lesser players, lower rank players, they tend to get more Vs and then go down the middle. But like the higher you go, the quicker you want to push down the war factory. The higher level you go, you see they want to close down the war factory even faster. This is an Alpine Assault, so I don't think this is going to be... What the hell is going on with some of these replays? Arctic Lagoon. Maybe they put the wrong map or something. Arctic Lagoon. Okay, so he is trying it against air here. Let's see what he's going to do. Pretty tough matchup. Has he done a perfect supply placement? That's something I noticed about him, actually. He's pretty good at getting the perfect supply placement. 5 and 4 on his war factory is a little bit strange. Don't know many people who put their war factories on control groups 5 and 4. Gats are not control groups at all. That said, though, control on this is pretty good, and he has taken down that V. Not convinced the V micro is that great, actually, from Stiller. Pretty much just gone straight in. Nice 5 base from this guy, though. He's going for a fast propaganda center. That's interesting. And how many GATs did he make? He's made 2 GATs and then fast propaganda center instant. Okay, very, very interesting. I suppose with China Vanilla, you've got to try and do something weird or you will just die. If you just play standard China Vanilla, it's rare you're going to win against the perfectly played air. So I suppose maybe you've got to try and do something. And he's trying to go fast propaganda center. It's definitely not bad. And then I imagine he's going to go... He's just going to go ECM's GATs and then probably get the Lotus a bit later. Is he control group in his army now? Yeah, he's got his... Well, he's got some of his army on 1. And he's coming in the side as well. Actually, this looks really decent play from him, to be fair. That looks really, really solid and decent. So, yeah, fair dues to him there. Okay, next replay. Here's... Vanilla GLA against USA. Let's see what he's going to do here. Is he going to do a terror attack? Yes. Oh, maybe not, actually. This is one of the maps in the map pool for the World Series, so a tunnel over here is something to be conscious of, I think. Late terror attack coming out. This is a tech RPG, I guess. Tech RPG, and then he's coming in with a tech terror. Okay, so that's a pretty high level thing that you commonly see among the pro games is a distraction tech come in with tech RPG, and then you come in with a terror tech. So you always see like Fargo do that. You'll see a lot of the pros do that. Behind that, what was he doing? He didn't tech up fast, didn't get a third supply fast or anything like that. Which he played that pretty well, to be fair, again. They do so. Let's watch this. Okay, Giant Vanilla in the red is against Super. Again, is it going to be fast propaganda center? Okay, this is interesting. How is he going to react to that? It's built on outposts, which is pretty good to take out the dozer. Okay, that's pretty decent. So yeah, Silla's now in a bad spot. Let's see how he deals with that. Is it going to be a fast propaganda center again?
You are victorious.
Just quits. I think it's just over. So yeah, he handled that drop pretty well. To do so, we watched Gorge Drought. Okay, he's now air versus tank. This is interesting because some people like to do a no eco, some people like to do a fast strategy center in the carpet bomb. He's just playing standard. And then is he doing a fire base as well? This is one of the maps in the World Series, but it's a snow version, so it's just slightly different. The layout here is different, and obviously the whole map is snow. So he has done a nice defense, to be fair. That's a decently placed fire base. Because the Gats have to go in range. They have to go there. It could be a little bit further forward, perhaps. But he has let a Gat go down the left-hand side. So if he does that versus me, potentially I'm just going to go straight down the left-hand side rather than the right. It's a common place. Size will also do a fire base there as well. Which would be my potential next opponent in round number 3. If he gets past Shay in round 2. So the pressure's been applied pretty well by tank. This is Water Ball. To be honest, it's been completely steamrolled just by... I don't think tank did anything spectacularly special. Even the supply placement isn't great. But he has just been completely overrun just by Gats and the occasional troop crawler. So... he has base swap though. Okay, so actually tank might still lose. Yeah, I think tank's still lost. It's got a lot of pathfinders. Helix now flying out. Don't think the Helix can do anything though. Actually, Apex leader played pretty well there. Okay, so he did pretty well that one. Let's check this one. Gorge Drought again. I want to warm up for at least an hour, so this video is going to be another 20 minutes probably watching replays, and then that takes me to an hour before my game. So I always recommend a minimum 1 hour. Ideally, I like to do 2 hours. If I've got some really big games, I like to play for 2 hours. Because after 2 hours, I find myself super quick compared to when I first start playing. Apex leader, we've got GLA Vanilla versus Inf. Okay, decent matchup here. He's done a fake War Factory. Don't think he necessarily needed to there. Yeah, you probably did actually. To drop down 4 tunnels and do the Terratech, you do need to drop down a fake and then you upgrade it later when you've got the additional cash. Decent minigun is actually from Waterball. And is he going for Helix? Nah, I would be thinking a possible Helix coming from Waterball. When you see the aggressive minigun is on the truck, got to be careful because the surprise Helix can always end the game. That truck's sadly going to die, but I mainly want to just focus on what Leader's doing. So Leader's coming in with a TT. That is a TT, yeah, and he's gone for the supply. But the thing is, he went for that as an opportunity thing because he was there. That's a nice TT, by the way. He killed everything. A bad positioning by Waterball. So yeah, he's gone for the supply there. So that would indicate you want to probably do mines on your supply. If he'd gone for the power, then in my games I'd probably be mining the power. And if he went for the War Factory, the thing is that was kind of an opportunistic thing. Like he was there and he had the opportunity to kill the dozer and the outpost, so he just went for it whilst he could. And also it's a bit risky to carry on because the outpost might cause some damage. It would have been interesting to know if all of that hadn't happened, would he have gone for the War Factory instead? Because War Factory is also a good target. Obviously costs more, but hitting the supply hits the economy. So yeah, then he's then applying the pressure down the middle though. I mean, generally the pressure here isn't that. I mean, it can be maximized. The pressure that GLA can apply can be maximized by doing it on the left and the right. I mean, these tunnels did get denied in the beginning, so he would have had a tunnel there. But then he's just pushed forward with quads and RPGs. So to be fair, he's looking like a pretty solid player. He's won the majority of these games, but again, these are not top level games. Let's watch this. Demo. Just doing the fake again. So actually he is looking pretty decent, to be fair. This is a decent build order. Not many people do the fake arms dealer and then upgrade it later. What it enables you to do is get the amount of terrorists out that you need and get the tunnels out you need, and then you upgrade that a little bit later. It enables you to get the map control faster and get the tunnels established faster. But the handling of this dozer, that's not that great. Tuck RPG has got inside of there. That's not going to happen if we play this map and we play this matchup, because that building has actually been moved over here in the Snowy Edition, which I'm really pleased about, because it's really retarded that a building can be just bunkered off and just fire on your stuff, when actually if USA does it, there's nothing you can do against the GLA. Some ranges. How many ranges in there? One. That's not going to be enough, is it? Okay, he now has it, but the RPG's evacuated, that's why. So the aggression actually from Leader looks pretty decent. Again, he's got a decent map presence, and he's got a Terror Tech coming in. Terror Tech coming in now after he's already done the Tech RPG, so that's a theme. I mean, it's a common theme again among the top players. But yeah, Leader doing it as well looks pretty decent. I haven't seen him go Palace yet, but he didn't really need to go Palace at that point. His pressure was working. But how is he then going to transition into the later game when that first aggression gets denied? Not saying I'm 100% definitely going to deny it, but if he doesn't have as much success, then what is he going to do in the later game? But I have no doubt it's going to be solid. CXN. Oh yeah, he played under a name Zeos, I think. I might be wrong with that, but I think he did. Gorge Drought. Yeah, and this guy. Is this Apocalypse or someone he's playing? I know, Water Bull. I think he does play some guy called Apocalypse, I think. Or maybe that's some other replays. Okay, so we've got GLA Vanilla. I said GLA Mirror. Let's see if he does 3 supplies. Yes, he is. Whoa. Okay, that's weird. I don't think he's going to do that in a tournament game, but that is weird. That is really weird. And Water Ball has done 3 supplies also, but he's late with that other thing. And that Tentacle's going to get in. That's big damage. That's Water Ball already out, to be honest. You can't. Oh, unless he does manage to. Oh no, the Tentacle's already got in. You can't have that late of a War Factory. That was too late. Water Ball knows it and just quits. But that's weird.
You are victorious.
Rare build order. You don't normally see that. 2 fake arm stealers and then upgrade them later with 3 supplies. That is that's pretty decent. Few people told me that Leader is a good player. I mean, we played a few 3v3s against him in Clan Wars, but it's completely different to 1v1. So which game is that? Not 100%. I don't need to watch all of them. Summer Arena. I think that's a Nuke USA game, in which case I have already seen it. Yeah, Gorilla doesn't win that one. Leader wins. Lost my position now. These were just lag tests. Summer Arena. I've seen that. Tournament Arena. Well, obviously it's got to be in the World Series. I'll just quickly see this one. Leader is air against air. Okay, this will be interesting. He sold his command center. Interesting. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. 2 supplies to airfields will just wreck this. Unless he's not taking it that serious. Nice split fire. He's going for the oils as well. I mean, why would you sell your command center? It's got to be a mistake. I'm not even going to watch the rest of that, because although he might do pretty well there against Gorilla, against the 2 supply, 2 airfield, keep your command center, that's just going to get wrecked. So I'm not even going to watch the rest of that. They do rematch though. Let's see if he sells his command center in the rematch. Oh no. This isn't the rematch, sorry. This is the Laser versus Nuke again. Go back from there. So it's Summer Arena and Tournament Arena. I'm getting mixed up. So Tournament Arena. Oh yeah, they don't rematch. Sorry, it's only when you play a mirror. You don't do the rematch. So Leader against Gorilla. Nuke against Nuke. Does he do a Helix? This is the interesting one, because if he does a Helix... Oh, he's not doing a Helix, actually. He's going for fast oils. Okay, that's a pretty decent build order. No bunker on the right side, though. He has gone inside of here with 2 tank gunners, I think, so he's got decent map control. But yeah, his oil capture, if Guerrilla just sends units down the sides, the oil capture could just be stopped. But then let's see. I thought he might do a helix here, but seemingly I'm wrong. So propaganda center after he's on a 3rd supply. So to be honest, he's done a decent build order. Again, he might vary it depending on who he is playing. I think at this point his probably confidence is pretty high. So he's probably just doing whatever build order he wants. Because I think he won all the previous games against Guerrilla. I don't know if Guerrilla even won 1 game. I'm not sure. It was Tournament Deserts. They had another mirror actually, and this should be the final game then. So I'm guessing Leader wins this because it's the last game. USA against Inf. Suppose, is he going to do a fast aggressive V just to keep the pressure off? Yeah, he is. Fast airfield from Guerrilla. What's he going to be making from the airfield? Helix? Megs? Don't think you can get the upgrade that fast. It's, yeah, not the optimal build there from Guerrilla. So, I mean, all we learned from that is he's going to do an aggressive V across the map. Tournament Desert. So demo GLA. He's going for fast oil capture. Okay. To be fair, he's looking super good in all of these games. The thing that I'm bearing in mind, though, is that if he does have a poor connection, and if all of these games are in a 40 or 45 ping, then it's like playing the game in slow motion. So you can look as great as possible, but as soon as it's brought up to normal speed, suddenly a player doesn't look as great. Because here, it's playing at normal speed. It looks, everything's fine. Looks like there's no lag. But in the game, if this is lagging, and it looks like he's doing really well. Looks like he's doing 300 actions per minute. He's getting tunnels everywhere. But if that game is played in 100% slow motion, or whatever slow motion, not 100%, but if it's played in at 30% speed or something, then anyone can look at it in that kind of speed. I mean, it might not be. I'm just saying his games versus Guerrilla did lag. I saw the ping was like 41 or 42, and that makes basically like V micro impossible, for example. So yeah, he's done a fast oil capture, so I'm expecting he's going to probably play similar to me, I think. Similar versus me, even. No super quick tech up, and he's also slow collecting with his workers there. Oh, sorry, this is purple, isn't it? Sorry. So actually, he's done a second arms dealer, so we can be more careful of aggression rather than a faster palace. He's done the Scorpion upgrade. To be honest, he's playing super well in all the replays so far. I'll probably watch a few more and then I'll wrap this video up. I'll probably watch a few more rather. So that's a regular Tournament Desert. Do I want to see? He plays a lot on Summit Arena, so I'm probably expecting we're going to see that. I think these are in order of how recent they are, so maybe let's watch a few down the bottom. I'm not going to watch every single one. So Air against Tox. I think he's playing under the name Zeos here. Dropping down 5 base, that's early. An early 5 base in the main base. And then is he going to push out? He's got Vs all over the place, to be fair. This defense is pretty nice. pushing out with the same amount of Vs as we saw in a previous game when he played on Deduso, when he got a load of Vs and then pushed out. Also pushing out without the ToR missile upgrade. He will be getting that now, I think. I want to say fast strategy center, but it's not really that fast because the amount of Vs he's pumped out. This Snoppy guy is playing pretty good, but once Search and Destroy is deployed in the ToR missile, then it's super difficult to deal with this. I don't know what he's going to do, to be honest. What Yellow's going to do. Okay. So that was the final replay down here. Yeah, again, there's a lot on Summer Arena, so I'm expecting we're probably going to see that. Lost a few on Summer Arena. Well, obviously, I lost 2 against HSM, but I'm sure I lost the challenge against... was it the World Series 2019 or 2018? I lost against Sexy on Summer Arena as well, even though I had Laser against Nuke, I think I lost. Or Laser against Tank, I think. Lost that as well. I don't think China does actually that bad on this map. But that aside, we've got Laser for Zeus, aka Leader. Yeah, I think he's done a few dose drops and they haven't actually achieved that much now. So as long as you just leave a terrorist like on guard mode, you could probably just leave it and it probably will just kill. Probably just will kill the dozer. Now there's something coming in. Oh, 2 Vs coming in. Snoppy only collected on a few workers. But I mean, all of these replays we've watched, yeah, he's won them all. He's doing pretty well. Or won 99%. I don't think I've seen him lose any, have I, so far? Pretty aggressive. Lost his dozer and War Factory there, though. Gonna watch one more. We'll watch... I don't think Cold Territory's in it. We're gonna watch another... We're gonna watch Canyon of the Dead. Yeah, never one of them, because we did watch it a minute ago. So a tank versus laser. I'm expecting 2 gats and then a fast propaganda center. That's probably what I'm expecting, based on what we saw him do with the China before. Yeah, you see? It's a very fast propaganda center.
You are victorious.
Yeah, very, very, very fast, actually. Don't know what the actual optimal is. I would probably say you want to maybe get 3 or 4 gats and then drop down a propaganda center. But, I mean, 2 gats and propaganda center can't be that far off perfect. And he did a perfect supply placement as well. So that was Canyon of the Dead. Let's just watch this one. So now he is super weapon against Inf. DYL here has done a weird build, although you don't normally see 2 War Factories against any USA, really. But I suppose against Super Weapon, of all of them, it's probably going to work the best. Let's see if it does work. It's worked out pretty decent for him, to be fair. Fast 3rd supply from him as well. So yeah, the maps that I've not seen Vendetta, which is in the map pool as well, which I actually quite like. So I'll probably forced to do Vendetta when it's my map pick. Fire base drop down there. I mean, I suppose that's pretty good because you can drop down a supply now. Let's drop it down another barracks, actually. I imagine he's going to really try and get flashbangs. Okay, to be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing him play some more GLA, like GLA against China and stuff like that, see where he's putting aggressive tunnels. Have we watched all of these replays? There's some we haven't watched, so maybe like Arctic Lagoon. Arctic Lagoon, let's just watch these. I know I keep saying it's going to be the last one. Okay, I'd rather him be... So which buildings is he doing mines on? He doesn't... Oh, he's doing mines on his War Factory. Okay, so hit his supply. Yeah, if that is the case. I would like to see him play the reverse of this, so he's just played pretty standard here. I would like to see him play the reverse of that, and then we'll wrap this up. Arctic Lagoon here. Yeah, he's doing the kind of the reverse. Let's see what he's doing here. Stealth against nuke. I like to play a stealth against nuke. Don't mind that at all. Just not done a tunnel by his second supply. And he's not sent aggressive workers like that. Some people like to send a worker here and here, or down here and down here, like Fargo. I've seen a few times will do that. I always use Fargo as an example. But yeah, let's see. So he's actually playing more safe and solid. I noticed than HSN did in the first who I played in the first round. I noticed he liked to be more aggressive and do sneaky tunnels and terror attacks and stuff like that. And as long as you can kind of stop that, you can kind of win the game. Whereas this Zeus is going to be more of a longer, strategic game of 0 hour. I think that's what it's going to be like. So yeah, dropping down a palace, not going through his oil stat fast, but sneaky tunnel. Tech RPG. To be honest, in all of these games, I think he's won all of them, and I think he's playing super, super well. So no doubt his confidence will be high. But again, this is not your sizes. This is not your Logicas or Googles or Freestyler or Boyka or any of these players. These players are definitely below that level. I'm not saying they're bad. Like DYL, I'm sure did well in one of the games. And some of the players did look solid, but it's not the super high caliber players like the top 10 in Clan Wars, like where's Scuba and Boyka and players like that. So yeah, GG, that wraps up this video. I'm gonna now practice. I might watch a few more of these off video and then practice warming up for like an hour, and then I've got my games. So yeah, GG's, well played. Hopefully you enjoyed this or learned something. Maybe you're gonna play Leader at some point and you learned something about this. I'm sure Leader will be watching this as well, so he'll probably change up his strats. Although that said, I don't think he's doing anything like really specific to him. He's just playing solid in every single game, and he did really well in every single game. So I've got a hard task ahead. So yeah, GG, well played, and I'll see you in the next video.